The winter storm has moved out, but icy conditions continue as temperatures will still be freezing every night this week, but we finally climb above freezing today. After over 50 hours with freezing temperatures, we finally made it above freezing on Monday, and that did help out with the road conditions slightly, but unfortunately, it froze again last night. And that's why roads this morning are still pretty icy. Today we make it to about 33 degrees between 11 a.m. and noon. We make it to a high of 40 degrees today. That means several hours with above freezing temperatures will improve road conditions. Any moisture that is left over for this evening, however, will refreeze as temperatures drop to freezing again tonight. In addition to that, we have the potential to see some freezing fog in the area, and that could cause some slick spots, especially on elevated surfaces. High temperatures the remainder of the week in the 40s and above freezing. Unfortunately, every night we'll see freezing temperatures once again. All that to say is it's going to take a few days for us to see widespread improvement at 100%. Just take it easy out there.
Black smoke filled this Louisville neighborhood Monday morning. When it cleared, a family had lost nearly everything. Monique Moody ran to check on her neighbor, still shaken and sitting in the cold.
Sitting straight on the ground in the ice, hugging the dog in the blanket.
The family dog did not survive. Firefighters say no one else was hurt. The fire started in the attic and garage, but smoke quickly filled the home. The freezing temperatures made their response harder. The Louisville Fire Department said the first hydrant they attempted to connect to was frozen, so they had to pull water from the engine to start the firefight.
People think of dogs as their children, and I have children, so I just felt for her, like mother to mother almost.
Sheriff's the ones he got close to right now.
Just one day earlier, another dog was lost, this time in a retention pond near a new apartment complex.
We have the fire department less than a quarter mile away.
Jarek Castleberry watched firefighters go into the icy water.
This terrain here, as you guys can see, it's rather steep actually, a little bit steeper than you probably think, and obviously with the icy conditions, it's pretty slippery, so it's unfortunate.
The dog was never recovered. Firefighters pulled the owner from the water after she went in chest deep trying to save it. A man who helped in the search made it out on his own. No serious injuries, but both were treated for the cold.
Just a lot of pain through the heart that just kind of torches the veins for a moment there when you think about all the dogs you've had in the past, all the animals you ever loved, you know.
2 days, 2 separate incidents, 2 families left grieving. In Louisville, I'm Luke Clary.
Even when it's cold outside, the sun can make a big difference on our roads during the day. As sunlight hits the pavement, asphalt absorbs that energy and warms faster than the air around it. That's why even in freezing conditions, roads can warm just enough to melt ice and snow. But that doesn't mean the danger goes away. Once the sun goes down, the heat disappears quickly. Road surfaces cool fast, especially on bridges and overpasses where cold air moves above and below the roadway. And when temperatures drop again, that water refreezes fast, often as black ice. So roads that looked manageable during the afternoon can suddenly become extremely slick with little warning. Even if conditions improve during the day, the risk is not gone. Once the sun sets, refreezing becomes a serious concern, and icy roads leave no room for mistakes.
The Texas Power Grid held up through Winter Storm Fern. I'm WFAA reporter Morgan Young, and yeah, this is good news. This was, of course, something a lot of people were concerned about, especially if you were here 5 years ago in 2021 and had a difficult time. And it's something that our state officials were assuring us was going to be the case, and it looks like that promise was fulfilled. Taking a look on Tuesday morning at the supply and demand forecast from ERCOT, you can see there that we are seeing a gap that is projected through the day. Now, when we see that gap get bigger, that's in the afternoon when our temperatures are expected to get warmer. They're expected to get above freezing, and that's good news. And of course, in the areas where you see a little tighter this morning, maybe later in the evening, that's when our temperatures are going to be cold. They're cold right now. It's Tuesday morning. I'm recording this right before 7 o'clock. Yeah, it's pretty cold outside. A single-digit wind chills out there. That's when we see that higher demand for heat. But as again, we go through the afternoon, we'll see that widen a little bit. But the story here is that there's still a gap there, and that's what we've been looking for the whole time. The reserves have remained in the green. The governor actually did a radio interview on Monday, and he posted a clip of it to his social media where he was basically saying that this was a success, and he chalked that up to all the efforts that have been made to improve the power grid over the past 5 years, learning lessons from 2021. And he also pointed out Dallas and Tarrant County specifically, saying that for counties with such large populations that there were just a handful of localized power outages, which of course we have been tracking this entire time. And when I took a look at that this morning, here's the good news. The number of those localized outages continues to fall. So that is the story for Tuesday morning on the power situation, and it's a good story.
Roads that looked better earlier are now frozen over again, and that's making driving especially dangerous. As temperatures drop, melting ice is turning back into this slick, nearly invisible layer, especially on bridges and overpasses and on side streets. Police are urging drivers to slow down. And here's the important part. If you lose control and crash, even in a one-car accident, you can still be ticketed for driving at an unsafe speed in inclement weather or losing control of your vehicle. Officers say it doesn't matter if no one else is involved. Drivers are expected to adjust their speed to road conditions. If you are out, give yourself extra time, extra following distance, brake gently, and avoid sudden turns. What looks like harmless snow or slush can actually be solid ice. The bottom line, just because roads appear clearer doesn't mean that they're safer. Slow down, stay alert, and if you don't need to be on the roads, well, it's probably better just to stay home.
We have heard from so many people about Elizabeth Engel. She has been described as kind and smart and very loved. This was the memorial outside in that Frisco neighborhood where the sledding accident happened. There was a steady stream of classmates and friends who showed up. We learned she was a sophomore from Wakeland. She was a club soccer player affiliated with FC Dallas. She played center back. We spoke with her coach, Luis Ramos. He is heartbroken. He says he'll remember that smile. He says her nature was just infectious. He planted a tree outside his home today in honor of Lizzie. That's what they called her. Elizabeth's mom also put out a statement calling her daughter a bright light, a fun spirit, a brave soul. She ended it saying, "We will never be the same." When students return to Wakeland at some point this week, there will be a special moment for her during school hour. There will also be counselors on campus to help grieving students.